welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Trudy and I create motherhood, family, beauty, and lifestyle content. If you remember from my last video, I made some jerk chicken, a bit of inspo for your next barbecue. On this video, I'm going to be giving you the recipe to my, I would say, a toddler friendly jerk chicken. So let's head right into the kitchen. Okay, so I'm going to be cooking a 3-pound whole chicken. These are the ingredients that you're going to need for a 3-pound whole chicken. I'm going to give you a fair warning. You're going to need to marinate this either 6 to 10 hours or a day in advance. I'm doing it the day before I'm cooking it on the barbecue. So let's get right into the spices. I put all my spices on a plate. You're going to have 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 1 tablespoon of paprika, 2 cloves of garlic, enough ginger to be about a tablespoon minced. You're going to need 2 teaspoons of ground pepper, and I just did a dash of salt because I'm adding soy sauce. I don't want it to be too spicy or too salty, but if you want a little bit more salt, you can do that. I'm using a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1 teaspoon of allspice, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, and about enough fresh thyme to be about a tablespoon. Then we have our onion and our scallion, or green onion. I'm going to be using 2 green onions, and I'm going to be putting all of this into the food processor, or you can use a blender. I'm also just going to be using half of this white onion, not the whole thing, and this all will be going into the food processor. Now for your liquids, you're going to want to have 1/3 cup of soy sauce. Then you're going to want to have the juice from a whole lime, 1/4 teaspoon of browning. You can probably do 1/2 teaspoon if you want it to be darker, but you also have your paprika and brown sugar, and that's going to give it most of the color. I also have 2 tablespoons of olive oil. So this is all of these liquids will be going into the food processor with your onions and your scallion, again marinating 6 to 10 hours or 1 day in advance. So I'm loading up the food processor with my ingredients, with my spices, my onions, my ginger, all of that good stuff. And I do put the liquids in, the liquids that has the browning. And again, if you do want it to have a little bit more color, you can add more browning. I personally just don't want it to be too burnt or charred on the grill. Our marinade is all done. This is what it looks like. If you want it to be darker, you can add more browning, but I personally wouldn't. I think it's gonna get pretty charred on your grill. So that's our marinade. Now it's onto the chicken. So as I said, I'm using about a 3-pound chicken, whole chicken. If you can get organic chicken, that would be great, or like grain fed, chicken. So I'm going to wash my chicken, clean my chicken, and then I'm going to, I think it's called like to butterfly it. So I'm gonna split it in half, marinate it, and then just put it in the fridge overnight, and then tomorrow it will be going on the grill. Okay, so I am cleaning my chicken. I use lemon and a bit of vinegar, and yes, I get in there and I really clean like the wings, clean the skin. If you find there's any like little pieces of feathers left, just pick that stuff off, making sure that your chicken is really clean. If you have to go inside and take any of the like internal stuff out, make sure that you do that, and then pat it dry before you put your marinade on. I'm putting them in 2 separate bags because again, one is going to be for little kids, one is going to be for adults who enjoy the spice. You saw from the other clips, I cut the chicken in half, and I put 1 bag for spicy, 1 bag for just regular. So 1 bag is just going to get the regular marinade. I'm going to pour that in. Try to divide it equally. The second bag, which is the spicy, is going to get some more marinade. Okay, so now for your last step, I'm still going to wear gloves. Yes, usually if it's Jamaican Jerk Chicken, you're going to want to put Scotch bonnet in it. I don't have any Scotch bonnet. My grocery store doesn't have any Scotch bonnet. So I'm just going to use jalapeno. This is an important step. You're going to want to make sure that you really get in there and rub the marinade on your chicken before you put it in the fridge for your 6 to 10 hours or your day before. So really get in there and rub the spices in. Again, if you put your peppers in during this stage, make sure that you rub it in really good so that you can really get that heat and that spice in there. When you grill your chicken, you want it to be at 350 Fahrenheit for 45 to 60 minutes, making sure that you start on the inside and then you flip it over to the skin side. Use one of those internal thermometers so that you know that your chicken is at 165 Fahrenheit and it's ready, it's good to go. You can put this chicken with rice or with potatoes. It's really just up to you. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. The full recipe is on my blog. See you in the next one.